Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. Yep. Last we left off, we started our adventure into the Anolondo, City of the Gods. Yep. Well, technically we started out by Firelink talking to Big Cat Logan to get his last spell that he had, but I only showed that because I wasn't sure if he had actual dialogue once you bought everything, but he doesn't, so could have skipped that. But anyway, was at the top of Sen's Fortress, interacted with the ring of light that the Iron Golem left behind after you beat him, and then down comes some Batwing demons, take you a ride all the way up to Anolondo. Where we find that it's mostly empty. Yeah, it's a big old place, mostly empty. There are a few royal sentinels at the entrance. Well, at the entrance area, I should say. I think there's like 6 in total, if I remember right. So we beat them. They were guarding some treasure chests, one of which was a mimic, which was kind enough to give us a symbol of avarice. We got very lucky with that. I mean, you'll eventually get it if you beat all the mimics in the game, but getting it earlier is pretty nice. We found the bonfire keeper in Anolondo, the Dark Moon Nidus. Yep, it tells us, that we're the chosen one, and if you are the chosen one, then revelation will be upon us, or something like that. She's the bonfire keeper. Basically just met her. She is a Blade of the Dark Moon. She is part of Gwendolyn's covenant. So if you mess with Gwendolyn, you'll mess with her. Yep. So talk to her a little bit. The chests. Detoured towards the Duke's Archives just to show that it's blocked off by the Great Lord's power, the Golden Fog Wall, which won't be lifted until we place the Lord Vessel, which is going to be in a hot minute. Probably the next 3 or so episodes, 4 or so episodes, I'm thinking maybe. We'll see. So after that, we walked along the cathedral buttress through a broken window, moved along the rafters in the attic. It's not really the attic, but the rafters up on top of the near the top of the ceiling. Had to deal with some painting guardians up there, which is probably the most nerve-wracking part of Anolondo. Even the archers are not as bad as that little rafter area. There are a few ways to handle it. I mean, you can just kind of do what I do, just kind of let them come to you, parry or post. It's a quick, easy way to do it. Another way is to get them to kind of jump themselves off the ledge, use the corners. So they'll do their jumping attack, and they'll just kind of throw themselves off. Another thing you could do is use the force miracle and just kind of knock them off that way. Get them to come a little bit close, cast force, and knock them away. Force is pretty quick to cast, so it shouldn't be too bad, especially if you position yourself right. Yep. Through the rafters. To the top part, to the end where we got another chest with a divine blessing, which tells us that it's probably Guinevere's cathedral because there is a statue of her in there as well. We took on the gargoyle, one of the gargoyles, before we took on the rafters. Chopped his tail off, and he dropped for us the gargoyle halberd. Probably one of in my opinion, it's the best weapon in the game, but that's really subjective. It's really up to the person with the best weapon in the game, to them anyway. To me, Gargoyle Halberd's the best. So when we got that, I ran back to Andre to upgrade it. I did show the cutscene where you have the Batwing demons take you from Anolondo down to Sen's Fortress. And you don't really see that too often, because once you come up here, I would say most players will just run through Anolondo, get the Lord Vessel, and warp out. So something you probably won't see every day. But so we upgraded the halberd, did the rafters. cheesed the last gargoyle. Use the fact that our spell is cast above our heads to get above like the railing. So took him out from a safety of range. Lowered the bridge twice. Went all the way down into, I believe it's Gwyn's tomb. Yeah. There was a bonfire down there. And there was the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, which increases miracle power by 20%. And then we opened up the illusion, or at least the illusory wall down there. Yeah, the only way to open it up is to either lift the illusion on Anarlondo itself, which you can't do until you beat Ornstein's Moe, or you equip the Dark Moon Seance Ring. That'll also dispel the illusion. And behind that is the boss fog to Gwendolyn, the Dark Sun. We didn't fight him yet. We did kneel before him, joined the Blades of the Dark Moon, got the initial Covenant items. Hope to have the rest of the items probably at the start of next episode, hopefully. But we didn't fight him yet. We will, just not right now. So we entered his Covenant, went back up, went through the Guinevere's Cathedral again, at least the bottom part. Cleared out the Painted Guardians down there, grabbed the great magic weapon that we kind of knocked the chandelier down from the rafters. And then we found what became of Iron Knight Tarkus. Yep, he didn't make it. I'm pretty sure he's the one who busted the window up at the roof, but I'm pretty sure he also fell to his death from the rafters. Yep, so we have his armor set, his shield, and his weapon. Although his weapon's a generic greatsword, but his armor and his shield are unique to him. And then after that, we entered the painting of Ariamis. Yep, yeah, that's where we were at. And that's all we did. Made progress, but not too much. Yeah. Between episodes, I didn't do anything, so all our stuff's gonna be the same. Level's the same, equipment's the same. Well, nothing new anyway. And today, I hope to have the entirety of the painted world of Ariamis. Not quite sure how long this will take. It really depends on the bone wheel skeletons down below. Yes, there are bone wheel skeletons here, and they are a pain in the butt because of where they're at. Yeah, but anyway, so I had planned to do this whole area. And our equipment for today, starting off with the fire battle axe +5. I do recommend a fire weapon or a fire spell or fire of some kind. If you can't, then you need a range of some kind or a lot of blooming purple moss clump, which I should probably put on. Yeah, because there are enemies in here that if they die, they'll burst into they'll burst out toxic mist or sludge to nearby nearby, unless you kill them with a fire weapon or a fire attack, in which case they don't do that. So that's why I have the fire battle axe, just to keep them from spewing. And I'll probably demonstrate that with the first one. So fire battle axe, black bow of Ferris, iron shields probably would be a mainstay. Our ascended flame, got our dingy set or dingy look. Yeah, dingy hood, dingy rose, warrior manchets, and the black iron leggings. I think it looks pretty cool. Along with the battle axe and the shield, looks really cool. I think. Yep, they are upgraded to as much as I could at the time. Except for the leggings, which do require Twinkling Titanite. I don't want to spend my Titanite yet. Gloranthy ring and the Bellowing Dragon Crest for now, anyway. These might change out depending on. Well, depending on where we're at, what we're doing. Here are the stats. Should be the same as last time. I have 2 copies of Fire Orb, Great Combustion, and our Great Magic Weapon. Everything looking pretty cool. Again, our spells will probably change depending on the situation, but I do have 18 poise. I might slap on the wolf ring if need be, but I hope we don't have to. All right, Shall we get this show on the road? I think so. Yeah, I think we're medium load, yep. Even though these are regular hollows, they are... This is the painted world, so... Ow. Yeah. 2-shot with the fire battle axe. Initial courtyard. So you can go up there and cut the rope, or you can just use a ranged weapon. Just so you don't have to, backtrack again. Yep. This door can be opened from the side. Nope, it's not open from the side. Alright, so all we can do is go up. I think there's a soldier. Yeah, there he is. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of ambushes in this area. Just be careful. Now I take care of him. There we go. Those are the enemies that'll spew when you kill them. Yeah, they're also much tankier. Yeah, if you kill them with the fire weapon, they don't spew. Will we still get hit from here? No. Yes. Okay. Game. Trying to demonstrate that these guys spew, but you're not cooperating. There. Yeah, that little spewing thing they do builds up toxic, so just be careful. And then we have the signature enemy of the area, crow demons. So I think was what the game calls them, or Corvians, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, there's actually quite a few of them. There's one there. I think it's like some more up there. And there's some more. Yeah, they like to fly in from across the map. So I believe those guys will fly up there along with you, I think. I don't know, it's been a hot minute since I've been in here. Some more stairs. Go. Yeah, there's the Corvian. Come on. Thank you. So he's going to fly up when we get up here. I think they will as well. Yeah, if you go for that item, you're going to get surrounded, ambushed. Yeah, there's some more up there, as you can see. Yeah, they do like flying around. Alright, so which one of you going to come this way? Do I have to actually pick it up? Okay. Oh, two of them, actually. There we go. Alright. So, 2 great combustions will take him down. But these guys will drop souvenirs of reprisal. So if you don't want to go online to get the Covenant item for the Dark Moon, You come in here and you farm these guys. It is a decent drop rate, but yeah, it could still take you a little bit to get them. Yeah, so it's that one and that one. So I guess those are for the other side. Okay. So we're actually going to drop down here for this item. Between humanities, we'll take it. Let's try to see what I can see. Alright. Alright. Yeah, it's just a rat. These rats inflict toxic, so just be careful. Yep, white rats inflict toxic, which is, yeah, it's another little surprise, you know. Up till now, rats would inflict poison, but no, these guys do toxic. So it's another reason why this place is kind of bad. Brave warrior. I don't think there's any illusory walls. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, I need endurance. Okay, so that's where we came from. Let's just take care of this guy. We're gonna hit the wall. Or not. There we go. Yeah, take care of him in advance. Yep, this is where we came from. Can I do it here? Is it here? Alright, there is a way to skip most of this level. And we have to just jump off this staircase. See if I can still do it. I have to be light load for this. Yeah, might have to be light load. Yeah, you can sprint off these stairs. I think I'm not doing it right, or I'm not getting my position right. Yeah, I don't know. There is a way to just like jump off the stairs and just land over there. Unless we have to do it from up there. No, that's lethal. Never mind. Yeah, I'm probably not doing it right. Unless they fixed it. But just trust me when I say you can jump off the stairs over this ledge and you land down there. Oh, they might have actually fixed it. The little illusory wall. I'm gonna give it one good try. What's our weight? 25. I need a drop. That'll work. There we go. Okay, yeah, they might have fixed it. Or I'm not jumping at the right time. Alright, I'm just going to assume they fixed it, or I'm doing it wrong. My money's on I'm doing it wrong. Alright. I'm actually going to go back up here, because I think we can spot an enemy. Get a drop on an enemy anyway. And right there. Oh, you buggers. Really? Really, FromSoft? I guess FromSoft being FromSoft. Okay, never mind. I was hoping to get him from the window, but nope. Miyazaki was like, you don't get that. Alright, so this room is a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's why. He's not even spawned in yet. You can't even see him. We're just gonna wait for the other guy to come up here. Okay, so a critical won't cause the toxic to not spawn. Okay, that's actually good to know. That was actually really good to find out. I figured since we have fire weapon, the riposte wouldn't do any damage, but it does damage. Okay. Well, it wouldn't. It would stop him from spewing, but it doesn't. Yeah, so he didn't spew that time, so. Take the enemies out as we can. I know you guys want to drop down. I don't think I get the angle on these guys. No. There we go. Cool. If you can actually see a little ambush coming up on this ladder. So. Always stop to take a look. You'll spot things you'll wish you knew. No, excuse me. All right. We have to knock this down. Yeah, the courtyard down there. All right. Yeah, it's like how this guy wasn't rendered in, and yet he still kept attacking us. Right, so that's the way forward. I'm actually going to come up here. Pretty sure we can jump this. Yeah. Brave warrior. Egg vermifuge. In case you already used it, or just to show that you know that it exists. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I think that takes us down. I don't want to go down. Here's this guy. Is this the... Alright, this isn't what I think. Okay, it's not what I thought it was. That's toxic, all right. Okay. Still not enough to kill you. Jeez. All right, so this wasn't what I thought it was. So we can actually chain curled away. Should be the painting guardian set. So now we can pretend to be a painting guardian. Where are you? You're near the bottom, wow. Alright. Yep. Very good magic defense. Really bad physical. Or very low physical anyway. Well, except for the leggings. The leggings are actually pretty good. Hood worn by the alabaster clothed guardians of the paintings in Anne Orlando. Offers substantial protection versus magic. They have guarded the great paintings of Ariamis for ages, passing their duty down through the generations, but the reason for doing so passed from all memory long ago. Yep. Like the alabaster clad, or clothed, or clothed. I should probably look up what alabaster means. So basically, the family's been doing their job for so long they forgot what they were doing. Or why they were doing it. And this is just a blank space. Okay. And it's like you hear the stories about families who feud, but then they can't remember why it started in the first place. Like, I'm trying to remember what the family is. There's a family in the American history that's something like that. It's trying to remember their names. I don't remember. It's like it was like I don't quite remember. It was like a feud that they don't know why it started anymore and all that stuff. It's like the McCoys and what was the other family? I forget. But I think it's like it all started over a pig. I think that was the origin of it. But Proud Knights. And there we have another undead dragon. Yep. You can see his backside twitching. Yet his front side is not. Remember, there's the boss fog. Can we actually see her from here? No. Okay. But yeah. Dragon comes alive, so. Just take care of that ambush real quick. Actually, can we get over there? Hold on, I think I might have missed something. Oh, the family, I think they were the Hatfields and McCoys. I think that's who they were. Alright. That is death. I think there's a kill plane down by those little beams. I wouldn't recommend rolling to that or jumping to that. There is another way to get to it, so we'll go from there. I don't think there's anything over there either. Alright. Well, let's just top off. Alright. So we have a choice. Go in, which I think will take us up. I think this will take us up. Let's see what's this way. Okay, that just goes this way. I don't think there's anything down there. So I don't think it's worth actually going down there. Alright. Alright, so instead of going that way, we're actually going to go this way. Oh. Oh, you fell down from somewhere. That's a grab. Don't do your grab again. Yeah, very, very chunky enemies. Were you affected by the feathering as well, huh? Yeah, I think he fell down from somewhere. He might have fallen down from up here. Actually, we're going to put our Ariamis flame there. See if we can't take... We'll actually go up this way. I might as well. If one of them fell down, then it means there's only one left. Yep, like that. Alright, so he'll make his way up. Or not. I mean, I'm going to take advantage of anything I can. Oh, so close. Okay. Can we free aim this? Probably best to take out the binoculars. Yeah. I just want to hit him. Oh, too low, too high. Oh, we just missed. Okay. I don't know. Okay. It was worth a try. It would have been cool if we could, but nope. Okay. Alright, so hopefully they both fell down. There is 2 on these steps. Nope. Only one of them did. Let's back up a bit. Let him come to us. There we go. Okay, so where does the other one come from? Alright, I'm not too sure about that one. There should only be 2 on these steps. And one of them's already fell down at the bottom. At the very top, we get the red sign soapstone. Get a very good lay of the land. I'm going to drop down for that item, and then we'll read the soapstone. This should just be a soul item. Okay. Soapstone. Red sign, soapstone. Be summoned to another world as a dark spirit and defeat the summoner to acquire humanity. Basically use this to kind of like a duel. Yep. So instead of, searching for worlds to invade, you put it down so people will summon you to fight. Yep. Certain dark wraiths resist their descent into dark and preserve along the honorable path. The red sign soapstone is for them. Yeah, basically lets the summoner to pick and choose who they're gonna fight. Yeah. Honorable duel. Just walk back off. Alright, we can get to that from the other way. Okay. I think there is a path. Yeah, it's up that way and it'll come around. I think it's over here. It's right here. I'm going to deal with him real quick and then we'll come back to the dragon. Yeah, here it is. Alright, so how much HP do you have? Not much. Alright, good. Alright, so we'll go deal with the dragon now. I didn't want to deal with the dragon and then have him all of a sudden show up on us. Alright, so let's deal with him. Alright. Spew sludge. Again, the easiest way to deal with him is just kind of at range. Did I missed? Easiest just come up here, slap on our bow. It just takes forever, but it's the easiest and safest way. So I'll do this, and I'll see you when I get back. Alright. Undead Dragon's dead. 5,000 souls. I believe he guarantees a drop of the dragon scale. 1 dragon scale. And he guards a large soul. A very interesting shield. The blood shield. Yeah, very cool looking shield, I'll say that. I think it's up here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. It's an okay shield. Yeah, the blood shield spoken of in the Lost Legends. The red of blood is slightly enchanted and boosts various resistances. Yeah, it's like a... I'm not quite sure if it's a flat amount or if it's a percentage. Might be a percentage. So I know the Poison Bite Ring is a 4 times multiplier to your base poison resist. So excluding all your equipment and whatnot. Alright, so if we actually go here, take all this off. Base of 30. Yeah, it's 16, 18. Yep. Yeah, it's like it's a 50% increase to your base bleed, poison, and curse resist. Base before all your equipment, like your natural resistance. So it's the same for the, I think the Poison Bite Ring. Yeah, it's 4 times. So it's not a flat amount, it's a 4x 4 times. Although I think the weapons, like if you put like the gargoyle weapon on, that I think it's added to your base amount for some reason. Yeah, you can get a really good, really high. What's the word I'm trying to use? So you can get your resistances pretty high up there using that 4x multiplier, along with the resistance skill or stat. All right. Get my stuff back in. Okay, so it's 50%. And here we got his butt. His butt won't attack. It won't move. Well, it will move, but you can wail it all you want. It's immortal. But all you gotta do, if I can pull it off. No, we want a jump attack. There we go. You do a jump attack, and all of a sudden it stands up and it clears the path. If you just drop down, it should be a straight shot to Priscilla. I don't know why it does this. I think it might be a bug during development that they didn't bother fixing because they thought it was hilarious, because it is hilarious. An immortal undead dragon butt that just stands on at attention. Anyway. Yeah, so trying to figure out how to move that. Jump attack. Just jump attack. Alright. So we got the dragon dead. That doesn't open. I'm trying to remember how to get up there. I think we might have to drop down. I want to check something. This was an arm. There was items we saw over there. Just want to see. Okay. All right. Nope. Okay. There's no drop down. It says actually some stairs that we have to cross to get to it. Okay. So let's head down. regular wall. Head down. This should not open. Locked by some contraption. Fog. This should take us back to that little courtyard we try to jump into. And we have phalanx. Those guys will come alive. Just like the phalanx boss, you just gotta get behind their shield and, you know, hit them with fire. Ow. Ow. Yeah, we don't have the damage for that. Ow. Getting risky. Did you not drink? Yeah, we don't have the health or the stamina for this. Give decent amount of souls, but again, we don't have the the damage for this. Well, we're not using the right stuff anyway. Need our full cast of Great Combustion, Chaos Fireball. I want to clear these guys out so we can at least, you know... Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, I think combustion's probably a much more... Clear these guys out, we should be okay. Alright. Yeah, again, we're not equipped for that. Not properly equipped anyway. Alright. But it is a decent farming spot if you can, you know, kill them really quickly. Otherwise, as you saw, you'll just get picked off. I don't think there's anything back. Oh, there is. Oh. Soul item. Cool. I didn't remember that being back there. This was the body we knocked down from up there. As much as I don't want to, we will go down that well. It is a terrible, terrible place down there. Bring a sacrifice? Sure. Let's actually open this door first. This is a door that can only be opened from this side. Alright, as much as I want to rest, I don't want to respawn the phalanx just yet. At least we got the shortcut open. Yeah. Anybody? Okay, there's this over here, but again, this should be an ambush. Yep, there it is. I think he respawned behind us. Nope. There's two up front. Excellent. Drop the sword. Soul item. This is from that one thing we dropped before. And I love how our shadow is kind of... yeah, the structures don't have collision with the lighting, I guess. Alright. Alright, so we came up through here, we can go down here. Alright, so this is what I was thinking about earlier. I don't want to go down here just yet. That links up with the well in the courtyard. Hello. Where'd you come from? Alright, alright, there is an invader. That we want to change out this weapon. Might as well. Okay. Yeah, there is an invader out here. Yep. So you need to be human form. You gotta have Priscilla alive for this guy to spawn. Let's clear out some of these enemies real quick. Trying to remember when he spawns. How far down do we have to go? So many enemies. There we go. Thank you. Alright. So the invader is King Jeremiah. I think we have to be closer down here for him to spawn in. I think these items right here. Soul item, soul item. There he is. Dark Spirit King Jeremiah. He has a whip, so don't bother use your... That's Firestorm. Oh! I should have attacked him while I was charging up. Yeah, he is pretty powerful for our current level. And I have to use a humanity to get him to spawn again. Alright. Yeah, King Jeremiah. He is pretty powerful. In fact, he uses a whip, so you can't parry his whip, so it's going to be kind of difficult. He's also, I think he's pretty resistant to fire from his get-up. I think his armor set gives him good fire resist. Okay. Let's clear them out. Might as well just slow that on. Ariamis is not going to help, so let's put Catalyst on, because we do have a great magic weapon. Alright. And those guys spawned again. Heal lowly. Alright. So I think that... So I think the spawning trigger is to be further down that way. Alright, let's grab our stuff. Clear out these guys so we have a place to fight. If we don't die, that is. Okay. We gotta go down further. Yeah, I think that's the trigger. There we go. All right. works. There we go. Easy peasy. Yeah, I just gotta circle strafe, backstabs, and just slam, and just attack him when he gets up. Yeah, as you saw, he uses a whip, so you can't parry him. And he does have Chaos Pyromancy, so he's very dangerous. As you saw, the Chaos Storm, wrecked us. Kind of dodged in, well, yeah, kind of dodged into the pillar. Not good. But, retrieve the power, humanity, and he drops the Notch Whip. Such an eerie sound. Should be another soul item. Alright, let's take a look at the Notched Whip. Notched Whip. Only slightly effective against armor and tough scales, but quite formidable against enemies with exposed skin. Also causes heavy bleeding. Yeah, it's a whip with spikes on it, so it does have bleed. Alright, not much to it. Yeah, that's an eerie sound over there. From all the dead bodies, probably. Alright, now comes the fun parts. We gotta go down below. Yep, we have to go down below now. I need something for the skeletons. Battle axe, maybe. Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Not going to like it, but we are going to do it. Alright. This is going to suck. Suck so much. Because normally I'd be down here with a great shield, upgrade a great shield and just kind of tank these guys, but I don't have the luxury. Okay, we want that, and we actually want this. No, we want this. I know, I'm like double guessing myself, so don't worry. Alright. Tried and true, one at a time. Roll in the corner. There we go. There are a number of them in here, so it's also really dark. There's one right there. Ah, he got out. Clipped us, but at least we got him. Yeah. This is going to be slow, very slow. There's another one. Trust me when I say you want to take this slow and take them on as few as many. Well, take your time, one at a time. Do I have? Okay, good. Actually, I'm going to throw on the Covetous Serpent Ring. We're going to try and get their shield. Oh, there's the other one. There we go. Yeah, these guys can drop their wheel as a shield, I'm almost certain. There we go. Oh. Thought I saw it. Alright. We are going to be very careful. There's one. Ow. It's like, if we get clipped, that's fine. It's just, I don't want to. There's another one. There are illusory walls down here, so it's it actually has some pretty good range. Alright. Yeah, there are illusory walls down here, so and they do have some more bone wheel skeletons, so just be very, very careful. Trying to remember where they're at. Alright, well here's the device that we want. Just take care of this now. Excuse me. Okay. So we took care of that. That's good. Oh, there it is. There's the illusory wall. There we go. There should be some more bone wheel skeletons back here. So we're going to take it nice and slow. Yeah, there's one down there. Lure them one at a time. One at a time. Come on. What, did we de-aggro or something? Nope. Trying to pathfind. There you go. There's another one. Oh, skeleton. Right. Slowly make away. I can't see. That scared the crap out of me. I will top off. All right. I can't see. Yep, there he is. You bastard. Alright, it's not a good spot for it. Let's run up. Don't worry, this guy's not hostile, so don't worry. Okay. this is one of the things we wanted to find. This guy is not hostile, but we're going to put him out of his misery. Because he's guaranteed to drop the fire surge. Very interesting pyromancy. Yeah, create a surge of flame from palm of hand. Not all pyromancies originates in the Great Swamp. One hears rumors of unknown pyromancers inhabiting various lands. And this spell is the work of one such outlander. Yep. Basically like a flamethrower from your hand. Yep. Foreign to the Great Swamp. So, yeah. So pyromancy is not just from the Great Swamp. Hoping that's all the bone wheel guys down here. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's more. Yeah, like that. This guy's gonna be tricky. Oof. That was risky. That was very risky. But I think this is an item we want. There it is. Yep, that's what we want. The annex key. Okay. I think we're good. Alright, so if that's the way we came, I think we went that way first. Just came up here. Okay. That's where we found the key. Okay. We have cleared out the bottom, I think. So there should be... I am going to be very cautious. Oh, here it is. I was gonna say, here's the well, the well ladder. Takes us back up to the courtyard. So, all right, so now we've done the. We got the nerve-wracking part out of the way. Now we'll put our chlorine in the rain. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go rest at the bonfire. And we're getting speared at. Alright, bonfire. Good to see you. Let's level up. Got 4 levels. I do want to start pumping intelligence. I also want to get endurance as well, but... Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. I feel a bit better now. I'm going to change these out. We'll put combustion on. I like combustion better. Okay. Oh, and the annex key, before I forget. Opens annex in the painted world. Yep. In the wintry painted world, there is a structure resembling an old cathedral. Its annex serves as a type of storehouse. Yep. It's this right here. Yep. This is the annex. Because you come down here, you got your pews, you got your little altar up there where the priest gives his sermons. Yep. This is the annex key. Apparently those guys have heads. Okay, that works. All right. Lock open the door. We have a very interesting weapon. Velka's rapier. Very interesting rapier at that. I hear enemies. Okay. Gotta keep our ears out. But as we were saying, Velka's rapier. Got innate magic damage. It's got occult scaling on it, so it's good against the servants of the gods, like the Sentinels and Anor Londo, the Silver Knights, the Black Knights, and some bosses too, like Ornstein in particular, Gwendolyn, I think Gwyn as well. A symbolic, powerful thrusting sword used by the partner serving Velka, goddess of sin. It's no mere symbol to be sure. The partner is an inhuman swordsman and wields this enchanted blade with special sword technique. Yeah, because I think the strong attack does a V. Let's see if I can... Basic rapier R1, but the strong attack... Yeah. Inverted V. We might play around with it. Yeah, we might. With the additional damage scaling against, you know, the servants of the gods, fighting the Silver Knights should be pretty good with that. Or that should be pretty good with this against the Silver Knights. Okay. Yeah, you're stupid. I got fire too. Bye-bye. Yeah. Come in. Where did the other one go? Oh, he fell down. Okay. He'll eventually pass to us, maybe. All right, but up here we have Vow of Silence. Very interesting miracle. Yep. 30 Faith. Secret Rite of the Black-Haired Witch Velka. Prevents casting of magic within effective area. Velka, the goddess of sin, is a rogue deity, but she is versed in the art of both new and old, and is considered to have a great range of influence even as gods are concerned. Yep. Blocks the use of spells. Like, very good. Very good. I wonder if it's actually useful against Gwendolyn. So no, Gwendolyn likes to use his magic. I wonder if you can prevent him from using it with that. And here's the Partner armor. Mask of Velka and the partner set. It's what Oswald's wearing. Yep. Mask worn by partners serving Velka, the goddess of sin. The partners listen to confessions of sinners, urging reflection and salvation. Their masks symbolize separation from worldly desires. Yep. Partners' attire is uniformly black in color and said to be imbued with Velka's mystical power, which provides resistance against all manner of magic. Yep. It's actually a decent set. No poise on it, but, you know. Oh, so we have to drop down for that item right there, huh? Alright, so we'll do that on the way back, on the way out. So I want to clear out this little zone first. Oops. Oh, not a great combustion. Nah, I hit you, but you can't hit me. Alright. So we'll go down this way. I think we'll get some more crows coming in. Oop. There we go. We can get some more crows, maybe. You'll think about it. All right, and here we have the Dark Ember. Give me a second to check the immediate area. That should be blocked. Yep. Okay. The Dark Ember. The church long hid the forbidden black ember, and no living blacksmith knows of it. Ascends the +5 divine weapons to occult. Occult weapons were used to hunt the gods, and are effective against their followers and kin. Yep. Looks like the church had a mean to kill gods, but decided to get rid of it, or stash it away. Interesting, interesting. But which church are we talking about? The Way of White? Whatever came before them? Who knows? Because Velka is also a god versed in both the old and the new, and she tends to symbolize, anti-divine, as in the rapier and all that. Brave soul. That way to the rats, or yeah, it's probably better just to go here. Oop, if I can make it. You can't jump over that? Jump across here, because I'm pretty sure that's death down there. Well, if you, from that height down there is death, I'm almost certain. Ladders elude you, huh? Okay. I think we're good just to homeward bone. So we did the annex, we got everything else, so all we have to do is just make our way to Priscilla. Okay. Well, how many do I got? That's the question. 14? Yeah, we'll use it. All right. Go great combustion. And then we're actually going to need force. Yes. Okay. Okay. I don't know. What weapon do I want to use? We got some knights coming up, so we gotta need something for them. We'll get our side sword. Get our bow. Not gonna need that for the moment, so let's go protection. Okay. Now we're gonna make our way to Priscilla. I'm not a Goomba. I gotta keep telling them I'm not Goomba. Alright. Yeah, we want to keep that. Okay, so we're just gonna run around these guys while not getting poked at. Ooh, that could have hurt. Pass here. Alright. Here's the bridge. Rickety bridge. Well, not really rickety, but... There we go. Just be careful. Pluck off the archers when you can. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Enemies in the alcove. Thank you. This should also, yeah, there he is. Oop, ambush. So he dropped down. You have a different weapon. You have actually a sword. I'm not too familiar with your timing. We might get smacked here. Yeah. Oh, way too soon. Pretty sure we couldn't even parry it if we wanted to. Alright, Mr. Sword Guy. There we go. Oh yeah, not doing much of anything. Go. Yeah. Use your poke with your side sword. Large shard. Cool. He's got the regular Baronique drops table. His armor, his large shards, small shards, great sword, great axe. All right. I am actually going to use a different weapon here. Don't think that will be enough. It needs to have a strong attack at the start. This will work. Okay. Priscilla. Yep, she's not hostile immediately. You can actually talk to her.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
Thou seeketh I, thou request. She basically won't take it. You know, it's like, she'll say no. Because she's not hostile immediately, you can actually take a look at her. Yeah. The fur, the like little horns on her head. Quite sure how well you can see with the little scales on her neck. And a bushy tail.
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
Land is peaceful, inhabitants kind. My lady, they try to kill me. So.
Thou must this land.
Alright, that's all she has to say. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to I intend to get everything I can, so that means we're going to have to fight her. Everyone's favorite waifu is going to have to, I'm sorry, but I gotta do it. Aim for the tip, just the tip. Your strongest attack you got.
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee hurry toward thine death?
Because thou wantest your tail. There you go. Where'd you go? Alright, just get her over here in the snow where we can see her. There it is, her footprints. Yeah, just look for the footprints. There we go. Enough. When she goes invisible, you gotta break her poise to get her to come out of it. Give me your tail. Come on. I don't remember this thing having this much health. There we go. Chop her tail off and you get her dagger. And now we just... wait for it to end. Where'd she go? Gonna get slapped in the throat. There she is. Ow. Oh. Lost track of her feet. There we go. Lost track of her again. There we go. We should definitely heal. Tries. She's got range. There we go.
But why? What's it?
Soul of Priscilla and Twin Humanities. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yep. Crossbreed Priscilla. Yep. Uh, yeah, as you see, she goes invisible when she gets hostile. I don't remember her tail having that much health. I remember whacking it once and usually coming off, but I think I used heavier weapons for that. But yeah, try to get as far to the tip as you can. Otherwise, you might accidentally hit her main body and not get the tail cut. Accidentally kill her too quickly. But yep, and yeah, in order to get her to be invisible, to become visible again, you have to break her poise. She has quite a bit, so if you use a regular weapon, you probably will kill her first before she becomes visible again. That's why I used force. I think it's only like 4 casts of force to knock her poise down. So yeah, but then you just gotta have to stand next to her and use the snow to see her footprints. That's kind of why you don't want to fight her over here. You want to fight her over here. Yep. So, not too hard. The main problem is, again, she goes invisible, and her scythe does bleeding. As you saw, we bled once, so... but... And we got her tail cut, which is Priscilla's dagger. Yep. It's got occult scaling to it. Very good dex weapon. Doesn't have any critical modifier, which is kind of sad. But the sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, came from the tale of Priscilla, the dragon crossbreed, in the painted world of Ariamis. Possessing the power of life hunt, it dances about when wielded in a fashion reminiscent of the white-robed painting guardians. Yep. Yeah, it does. You do dance around with it. Regular dagger R1s, that's the R2. Yep. Also has bleed on it, I believe. Yep. Ooh, really good bleed modifier. Yeah. So yeah, it's a bleeding machine, that's for sure. It's also dex, so you might play around with it. Who knows? With the occult scaling, you could definitely make use of it. All right, and then we have the soul of Priscilla. Yep. Special beings use the soul of this crossbred bastard, or crossbreed bastard child, and antithesis to all life to acquire a huge amount of souls to create a unique weapon. She's a crossbreed bastard and antithesis of all life. Basically, she's antithesis, basically in opposition to all life, or an opposite of life. Yeah. Yeah, she's a crossbreed dragon. I know. I usually don't want to. I don't really have to. I don't usually fight Priscilla if I don't have to. For not getting her weapon. All right. I guess got one more thing left to do. Right here. Here we have King Jeremiah. This is King Jeremiah. See, this has the Xanthus set. Yeah, his crown, overcoat, gloves, and waistcloth. This only shows up if you beat King Jeremiah, the dark spirit King Jeremiah. You beat him, you either rest at a bonfire or warp or reset the world somehow, quit, reload, and his body will be here. Yep. Actually has really bad fire defense. Really? Wow. Okay, a mysterious item once worn by the Xanthus King Jeremiah, the legendary exile. No one knows where it came from. The crown bears high-quality cloth, which is quite soft to the touch, but its bright yellow color stings the eyes and is clearly far too big. Yeah, it's actually like an Easter egg kind of to Demon Souls. Like if you get summoned by the old monk boss, if you get summoned for the old monk boss fight to go against the player and you beat the player, you get the crown. The monk crown, whatever it was called in Demon Souls. So this is basically a homage to that. maybe tattered, but its bright yellow color still stings the eyes. Yep. Yeah, I think this has a an error to it. Yeah, mysterious items. Once worn by Xanthus King Jeremiah. Yeah, no one knows where they came from. Yeah, so I think that's a misspelling. I think it's supposed to have this. The text here references probably the whole set, but each individual item says a mysterious item. So, yep. And you can trade the crown with the crow for, I believe, the witch's ring. I think that's what you use to get the witch's ring. No. You trade the Xanthus crown to Snuggly the crow to get a copy of the ring of favor and protection. Yep, that's what you use it for. Yep, so we have a way to get another FAP ring in case one breaks, but I don't plan on using the ring of favor and protection. Never have, never will. But all right, and now we just gotta. Homeward Bone. And now we're back at Anor Londo. Right behind the Painting Guardians. Yep. Mm-hmm. So don't move. Otherwise they'll get swarmed. So we're actually going to use the Homeward Bone. I believe it should take us to the Anor Londo bonfire. I think. Yep. Back to Anor Londo. Nice. You have anything to say?
Oh, you are one of us. That is a surprise. But a pleasant one. We are both Blades of the Dark Moon now. I shall look forward to fighting alongside you.
She has that dialogue because we joined the Blades of the Dark Moon.
If you require rest, that is...
Okay. Alright, so... yeah, we'll rest. So we've got 2 more levels, huh? Let's go 20. Okay. And with that, I am going to call an episode. Yep. We basically cleared out the painted world of Ariamis. Yep. Started at the bonfire there, just kind of worked our way through the ruined buildings, fighting off the various hollows inside, especially the bloated hollows, who, if you don't kill them with fire, they will burst into a toxic sludge, or toxic sludge kind of burst out of them. Yep. And it did happen to us once or twice, I think, where we got toxic. Yeah, because apparently parrying and riposting doesn't count as a fire attack, so they'll still spew if you do that. So that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah. Just kind of went through all the nooks and crannies. Found a bunch of soul items, some humanities, an egg vermifuge. Encountered the little crow demons, or the Corvians, whichever you want to call them. They're actually the source of souvenirs of reprisals in offline. So yeah, if you don't want to go online, do the Blaze of Dark Moon. They're your only source of souvenirs or reprisal. In fact, between episodes, I'll probably go back into the painting just to get some more souvenirs. So we do need a couple souvenirs in order to level up the Blades of the Dark Moon to get the last of the Covenant items from them. So I'll go back in there, get as many of the souvenirs as I need. So got the crow demons, a bunch of items again. Yep. And then we made our way up the staircase, finding off some more crow demons. At the top was the red sign soapstone, which is your online duels with other players. You put down the red sign soapstone, other player summons you, and you have a duel. So, yeah, it's one way to an honorable invasion, I would say. Yep. Went back down, encounter the Undead Dragon. Yep. Not too hard. Not too hard. I mean, again, use your fire against it. Otherwise, you just back up to the staircase out of reach, and you just pelt him with arrows. That's probably the easiest way to deal with him. Is just stand at the stairs and arrow him to death. You can go back and forth between his feet and his head. Well, you can go back and forth between his feet and his other feet if you really want to, but I'd stick to the stairs and bow and arrow. He doesn't respawn, so he gives you 5,000 souls, and he drops a dragon scale, which we are going to need quite a number of them. How many do I have right now? We got 4. I think I need 10. I think. I'll double check. We can always get more from the drakes and the Valley of Drakes if I have to, so there's no real problem there. But yep, the Undead Dragon was guarding, I think, another soul item and the what's it called again? What was the shield? It was the blood shield. Yep. It's a pretty good standard medium shield that increases your base, bleed, poison, and curse resistance by 50%. Your base, before all your armor and whatnot's added. Yep. So it's a pretty good shield, I would think. At the end of that little bridge is the dragon's butt. It's immortal, but you can get it to move. All you gotta do is jump attack, and it stands right up. Basically, it's like your little shortcut to Priscilla, actually. And instead of going through the little under bridge with the all the hollows, the ambush, and the night, you kind of just like go up there, bypass the hollows, and just kind of run past the night, and you can get to Priscilla pretty quickly that way. But we didn't do that. We backtracked again, traversed the fog, encountered phalanx, or this game's version of phalanx. We were not equipped to deal with them, but we pushed through anyway. Yeah, that little open courtyard where we opened up the door that we couldn't open at first, that led to the bonfire. Cleared the courtyard of the items, some more soul items. I think there was a ring of sacrifice in there. Yeah, went to one of the side buildings. Trying to think what we did. I think we did the underground first. No, we did the little execution grounds first. Yep, where they had the hollows on pikes, the giant block cages. Yep, there was like a few proud knight souls down there. And on our way out, or on our way back to the courtyard, we were invaded by a dark spirit, King Jeremiah, who wrecked us on our first encounter. Well, that was kind of more of my fault. I should have been a bit more aggressive, but yeah, he cast the Chaos Firestorm, and I dodged into a pillar, and we got blasted. Yeah, it was a one-hit kill at that point. Yeah, because do not underestimate pyromancies. But we restored humanity, went back, and then we demolished him the second time. Backstabbed and stabbed and slashed as he got up. And he was dead. He drops a humanity for us and the notched whip. Yep, a whip that bleeds. So that's nothing I would use, but yeah. He used, and since Jeremiah uses the whip, you can't parry him, so he's a bit trickier to deal with than the other invaders. Because the other invaders have, like, Kirk has a sword you can parry. Mildred has the butcher's knife you can parry. I'm trying to think of who else invades. Kirk again, twice actually, but yeah. The other invaders have a weapon you can parry, so it makes them much easier to deal with. Or gives you an option to deal with them. Jeremiah, you just gotta swing at him, backstab him, avoid his pyromancies. But with him dead, and we respawn, or we reset the bonfire, his body does appear in Priscilla's boss arena, so we can't pick up his armor set there. But and then after that, we went underground. Yep, found a way down and slowly and methodically cleared out the bone wheel skeletons, because there was a bunch down there. I think there's like 10 of them down there or something like that. Start off at the big room. Yep. Lure them one at a time in the little opening where we can dodge to the side, get our great combustion on their side, one hit kill. I think I might have left an item down there. Now that I think about it, I think I might have missed an item down there. Great. I hope I did. I hope I didn't. But in that little open room underneath the courtyard was the little switch that activated the statue, which opened up the door to Priscilla. We didn't have to open it because we could have gone through the dragon butt on top of the bridge. We could just gone up there, dropped down, and just bypassed the closed door. So it wasn't necessary, but I do recommend opening it. It's easier in case you die to Priscilla. Run back's a bit easier. Yep. Found the illusory wall to the rest of the little underground little passageways with more boneless skeletons. That is a very dangerous place because, again, boneless skeletons only go in one direction. They hit multiple times really quickly, and the passage is pretty narrow. Yep. So it is a very dangerous place. You're probably going to get killed unless you have a lot of stamina and a really upgraded great shield that you can wield. But we cleared that little section out, found the annex key, as well as a little side area, or like a hidden room almost, with a bloated hollow that, when killed, drops the fire spray pyromancy. Pyromancy 4 into the Great Swamp. Probably won't use it because I don't really care for it, but it's a little flamethrower in your hand, basically. Yep. Got back out. Went to unlocked the annex with the key. Fought some more bloated hollows. Some more crow demons. Found Velka's rapier, as well as the partner set. The rapier we might use because it does scale off dexterity and intelligence, so we might use it. Because it also does have an occult scaling on it, so it does do extra damage to servants of the gods, like the sentinels and the silver knights. So I might consider it. We'll see. It probably upgrades with Twinkling Titanite, and I don't know if I want to use them yet, but we'll see. Yep. And then we went up some stairs, fought some more crow demons, and then we found the Vow of Silence miracle. It's a little anti-magic field, basically. Yeah, it prevents magic casting in an area around you. So yeah, I want to see if it works against Gwendolyn. I don't think it will, but I'm curious to see if it will. It requires 30 faith, so I probably won't use it on this character. I'll probably make another character to try it out. But yep. And then went back down the stairs a little bit to the open area on the roof, where we found the Dark Ember, an ember that gives the occult scaling. So we can ascend divine weapons into occults, which again we could use against the servants of the gods, sentinels, silver knights, black knights, Ornstein, Gwendolyn, Gwen, maybe her. I don't think so, but it's an option. But all right, what else? Yeah, I think, and after that, all we had left was cross the bridge, past some hollows, Nightmare Neek, and then we encountered Priscilla, crossbreed Priscilla. Yep, everyone's favorite waifu, which unfortunately we had to kill in order to get her soul and her tail cut. Yep. So otherwise, she's like, no, just go, leave. We don't want you to be here. Just go. But yeah, so she's not hostile, but again, we wanted the tail cut and her soul. So initiate the fight. Basically, get your strongest attack you can on the tip of her tail, in order to get the tail cut. I didn't do it, probably because I didn't use my strongest weapon. I probably could have gone with probably the gargoyle halberd probably would have been better, but c'est la vie. And once the fight starts, she goes invisible. We used force to revisible her, I should say. Yeah, just gotta break her poise to get her to turn invisible again. And then we just kind of wail on her until we got her tail cut, and then we just wailed on her again. Until she eventually died at our hands. And our tail cuts the Priscilla dagger, which again is a very good bleed weapon. Doesn't have critical scaling, not that I saw. It does have a cult on it and heavy bleed, so we might give it a try. Who knows? And after that, we picked up the Xanthus set from Jeremiah's body, and then we took a leap of faith out of the painting, and we made our way here. Yep. That was it. Yep. All of the painted world. Yep. In the next episode, we'll probably continue on Anor Londo. Yep. Trying to think where we're going. Yep. Basically, just continue on for Anor Londo. Yep. Through Gwyn's Keep. That is the where Ornstein and Smo's at is Gwyn's Keep. So that's going to be our next episode. Is Gwyn's Keep. And then I may or may not do Ornstein and Smo that time. I might push it off because I do want to get. There is a weapon I do want to get from the Silver Knight, so I am going to farm them for that. And I might push off Ornstein and Smo until I pad my levels a little bit. I mean, we are level 60, but I do want to get some of them up a bit, like our intelligence a bit. Like, I do want 18 faith, so I can use Homeward. Try to get our dexterity up, our endurance, and our vitality. Yeah, I need some more levels, that's for sure. But so I'll probably do Gwyn's Keep next time, and then push Ornstein and Smo to the episode after that. There's going to be a bit of dialogue and finishing up Anor Londo after that. So yeah. But anyway, yep. So next time, Gwyn's Keep. That's also probably going to be a pretty long episode as well, because this one went on a bit longer than usual. So, but Gwyn's Keep, I want to keep it one episode, so it is going to probably go on pretty long because there are dialogue interactions. Probably die once or twice to at least the Titanite demon in there, because that space you fight it in is terrible. Yep. But hopefully it shouldn't take too long, but it might be long. But again, that's for another episode. And I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.